rebuilding starts with instructions. Rebuilding starts with instructions. So when we're rebuilding something, we have to know how to set forth in doing that. When Noah was on the ark, he was getting ready to come off and rebuild the earth, right? He had to establish himself. What he knew before was no longer there. That earth had been washed away. And so there was new ground that needed to be settled by him and his family. So let's take a look. How did Noah get divine instructions from the Lord about how to step forth? We're going to look at Genesis 8:15 through 19. And at this point, the total time that Noah is on this boat is 370 days. So then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it." So Noah came out. What? So Noah came out. Because of what? God released the word so that Noah would know what to do, and so that Noah could do what God had called him to do. Noah was obedient. We want to seek the Lord and ask him what we need this information for. Amen. And so Noah is getting this divine instruction. So he goes out to do what God has said to do, together with his sons, verse 17 or 18, with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, all the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground, and all the birds, everything that moves on land came out of the ark, one kind after another. Why? Because rebuilding comes with instructions. And so Noah did exactly what God has called him to. Beloved, God has instructions for you. God has a plan for your rebuilding. You may be going forth in a new business and you're rebranding that business. Maybe it's an old business you set forth in, or even something entirely new. Whether you're building or rebuilding, get instructions from the Lord. He already knows how to make that thing great. We do ourselves a disservice if we don't stop and ask him, "Lord, shall I go up?" As David asked, "Shall I go do this thing? Shall I go forth in what you called me to do?" We want to be those kind of people on today that stop and ask God what we should do, because really it's a sin not to ask him. Whatever is not of faith is sin. So we want to go forth with the Lord and stop and say, "God, what shall I do?" And then let him tell us his divine instructions, which are great. His instructions are going to make you successful. Meditate on his law day and night as Joshua instructed us, and you will be blessed. God bless you.